What is up guys, and welcome to another FIFA 18 video. In today's video I'll be going over things people already hate about FIFA 18. So wasting no time, let's get straight into this. So first, we're going to start with servers. Now, it was the same last year, servers were pretty awful. This year they seem to be genuinely worse. The amount of disconnects during the weekend league last weekend was quite high, a lot of people complaining about it. And obviously it's not great to see that. I know the game's been out 3 weeks now, and you kind of expect the servers not to be great but to be half decent, considering the feedback EA got last year after the issues with servers, especially during weekend league, because you got a higher volume of people playing and you expect the servers to be able to hold that capacity of players to be able to work. I've had a few issues with the servers already this FIFA, a few online games with friends, and online itself I've had issues, and people even disconnecting from squad battles, which is a single player mode, and it's not great, but hopefully EA actually fix it. I'm not holding my breath, but hopefully they fix it. Alright, I'm going to move on to now squad battles. This is a new addition to FIFA. It's kind of replaced single player tournaments that were in last year. I enjoyed single player tournaments because what you got out of it, and you had the online tournaments as well. But they kind of dried up because they weren't adding new ones as much, and because Foot Champs was there and online seasons, people were more focused on that. So squad battles got added this year, and at first it was a great addition, especially during the 10-hour trial. People were grinding it out to try and get the highest level they could, and it works a lot like Foot Champs in the sense of the ranking, and it's a great addition to the game. But the thing is, it's very tedious and it feels like a chore playing it now. Before this week I was playing it as much as I could to try and get the highest I could. The highest I've got is Elite 3, and then since then I've been just getting Gold 1, which is okay, but I genuinely just noticed something whilst recording this. Gold 2 offers more coins than Gold 1. Okay. I don't know how that works. But yeah, I just haven't played it that much. Obviously it was refreshed again on Monday. I played one game. Well, I've played 2 games, which is why I got the 3,000 points. So I got the 1,600 points from that, and also the featured squad I got points from. But that's all I've done. I haven't really got into it this week. I might do it more next week. It's just, like I said, it feels like a chore, and it is very tedious playing it now. Okay, now we've got goalkeepers. I did tweet out earlier today to a lot of people saying, what do you hate most about FIFA so far? A lot of people say goalkeepers were just awful. It's one thing I've noticed, when I pack a goalkeeper, I'm like, wow, a goalkeeper. Because you could have any goalkeeper, and they're just, if the person you play against has a decent strike force, they're going to score. And I use Joe Hart, and he has been great for me, but unfortunately he has let me down as well, because I haven't kept a clean sheet in a while now. And again, this could be down to defending, which I'll move on to in a second. But I don't know, goalkeepers just feel a bit awful this year, but they also are great at one-on-ones. But you could shoot anywhere outside the box. You can shoot from 25 yards and it will most likely go in. Again, it depends on the goalkeeper's height, and that is a massive factor. But I have found that I can't score from one-on-ones. I've been really struggling with that this year, and this is in online and this is in single player, not even on Ultimate Team. I noticed it in the journey, so I haven't noticed much in career mode because I haven't started a career mode yet on this FIFA, but I probably will soon. Now, defending, a lot of people mentioned it, that it is so difficult to defend this year. They've added that new feature, and I think it's new anyway, where you hold down B for stand tackle and you get more power into stand tackle, so you're more likely going to win the ball. That works to an extent, but I just feel like defending I don't know if it's more difficult. It's the fact that pretty much any touch of a player and they go down, it's a foul. And I've noticed that with the AI as well. This moves on to referees, which is next, that I've noticed that any touch on an AI is a foul, but as soon as I have that sort of contact, no foul. And I'm not someone who believes in scripting in the game, and I think it is mainly just AI, because I have noticed it online. I've noticed that the refereeing seems to be a bit better and defending genuinely easier online, but it just depends on how well you play, and some people are better than others, some people have better teams than others at the moment, so defending is just down to mainly how good you are. Refereeing is just, I can't explain how that works. So moving on, last week EA released a patch for the game. That patch was for mainly a lot of physical details in the game, and also just a few little bits. However, that patch has broken a few bits in game. I'm not sure how many people have noticed it, or how many people it's affecting. I know it's affecting me, which is substitutions, and that is when quick substitutions work fine. I'm not a fan of them, but they work. But when I click pause to go into the menu during the game to make a sub, I select the player I want to bring off, swap it with the player on the bench. It doesn't work. It doesn't make the change. So then when you go to back out, you can't. It kind of just, your controller is unresponsive. So you have to, if it's in single player, which is happening in both modes for me, single player and online. If it's a single player, you just turn off your controller, reconnect it, and you'll go back into the game. You'll be fine. If you're online, you have to wait until that 30 seconds plus the extra 3 seconds is done before you can get back into the game, because you can't like disconnect your controller and everything. It doesn't work. Shooting is another one that was mentioned to me earlier today. I've noticed this with shot accuracy, but not as such with driven shots from outside the box across the goalkeeper always going in. I haven't been a victim of that, because the goals I have conceded this FIFA have been very weird goals, honestly. But the main thing I have noticed is shot accuracy is awful, absolutely awful this FIFA. It's the same with shot power as well, actually. It's not just shot accuracy, it's shot power, but you could have a low driven shot will go in, and then you could have the same power to be a low driven shot and it will go straight over. Again, shot accuracy, 9 times out of 10 it's either on target or goes in or hits the post. Most of the other time it will go out, just go anywhere. I've had a few shots that unfortunately have actually gone out for throw-ins, so it's a very odd thing. I think it's something in the patch. I think that patch did break a few things like substitutions for people. Prices now. The transfer market is a bit broken at the moment because of price fixing and SBCs. It's mainly bronze and silver players that are going for a lot. I've noticed that when I tried to complete SBCs the other day, and it was costing me about eyeing on 40k in coins just to be able to do that. And you get to a point you think, do you really want to spend that much on it? And it is annoying, but EA can't do anything about people price fixing, so you may end up having to spend like maximum price, which is 10k on a bronze player, which you just don't want to do. It's not just price fixing as well, it's just players that are kind of overhyped in real life are expensive on games. So the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Marcus Rashford, they are about 70k and 40k respectively on in-game, which is a lot for when you look at it. You can buy strikers of a better quality in-game that are half that price, like Morata, Kane you can get cheaper than Jesus. So there is better options, but prices is definitely something that has been touched on by a lot of people, and they've said I'm not too sure about the pricing of players. But again, EA can't really do anything about it. The other thing is Mane is a big example. Was his Player of the Month SBC, you had to use Mane, and his card was 60k when the game came out. It then went up to max price, which was 150k when the SBC was released. But then after the patch last week, EA started changing the max price on players for just certain players, like the likes of Antonio and Mane were put up. So Antonio was going for about 16k at one point, and Mane was at a max of 210, 215. So the SPC was costing 350k to complete his loan. So it wasn't It wasn't ideal, but that's another thing I've touched on. It's just prices really, as a whole. Then the transfer market's never stable, and the best time to sell is on a Thursday, Friday, because people are building their teams for the weekend league, and the best time to buy is Monday, Tuesday, because people are set. I think that's the right. Yeah, people are selling, so people start selling, so prices start to drop. But when people want to buy, prices are going to go up. It makes sense, and then through the week the transfer market kind of stabilises and then goes up. So there's like a rise and then a dip, and it's been like that since last year when foot transfers came out. Now, last two bits are, one isn't actually Ultimate Team related, so I'll move on to the last bit, that is, which is packs and FIFA points. So since the release of the game, which, like I said earlier, was about 3 weeks ago, we've had one round of promo packs, and there were 25k packs, and you just got a set of 10 were given to you, or 15. Since then we haven't had any promo packs from what I know, and it's just, yeah, it's like, why? why are we not being given promo packs? And you'd think with the Player of the Month Harry Kane being released today, they would have probably given us promo packs to be able to complete the SBCs or something, or make sure we have some more coins for it. But it just hasn't happened. So I don't know what EA plan to do. I know they have a lot of events planned out over the next course of the year for packs, for events of new cards being released, like Ultimate Scream cards are coming back this year for Halloween, so that's something to look forward to. So points as well, as something I just touched on, was the price of points just hasn't changed. Even with EA Access, you're getting what, £8 off. So for the most, which is 12k FIFA points, and that's £71.99. With EA Access, it's £80 now. So it is pretty expensive for points, and this has been the same prices throughout since, don't know, FIFA 16, FIFA 15. I remember there used to be sites you could buy coins off that were legal, but EA have now basically banned sites that you buy coins from, and if they find out that you've got a certain amount of coins from somewhere, they will take the coins off you, and they'll take all your coins off you. So it's a case of, like, if you've got them, you spend them straight away. But I've never done it because it's not really legal. I say that, I'm not saying it's illegal, but it's just not, it's against EA policy. So yeah, that's something that I've definitely noticed that is a shame, is FIFA point prices. And lastly, this was something that I picked up on over the course of FIFA so far, and also from the tweet I sent out again today, is pro clubs. My lord, is it bad this year. I thought they said they were going to update it, and they have. They've added new kits that you can customise, and you can customise away kits. The little bits like that, great. The actual gameplay has been the same for the past 2 years. It feels like what I've been playing with it anyway. The bots are just as bad as they used to be. When you play any, you are literally relying on your bots to be able to perform, and unfortunately, when you're playing any and you could be really good at the game, you've got to rely on 70 rated bots to actually pass, and it just doesn't go down well. It's definitely something that annoys me, and it annoys my mates, and when we don't play any, it feels worse, because one of the worst things is the goalkeeper, when he picks up the ball and he just doesn't throw it out. Like, you're in loads of space in the wing, you expect the ball straight away, and the goalkeeper just stands there. And it is annoying because it holds up time. You could be losing 1-0, it could be the 85th minute, and then people have time to mark up and you lose the space. So pro clubs is something else that a lot of people hate. I'm not saying everything is broken, it could just be a case of that's how things are going to be this year. But the game has just come out, really. It's not even a month old. There's plenty of more patches to come. 17 had so many patches, but FIFA 17 felt like a very broken game. It didn't feel complete. I will say on the plus side, FIFA 18, this is a better FIFA. I know every year they're upgrading it more and more, but I like this FIFA because everything, mainly Ultimate Team, which is it's like this is EA's baby when it comes to FIFA. They have done so well with it, and career mode they've made a massive upgrade. Again, I said I haven't actually done career mode yet, but I've seen clips of it, and it looks so much better this year. So EA have done a really good job with the game as a whole, but there is a lot of bits that are letting you down with what I've touched on, like servers, goalkeepers, defending, referees. So there is your plus sides to FIFA, but then there is not a lot of major ones, but there is a fair few downsides to the game at the moment, which is dragging it down a bit, and we don't want to see that. So I'm pretty much done there. There's not much else to touch on really. If you feel like there's anything I've missed out on or anything else that's been annoying you within the game over the past 3 weeks, then make sure to leave a comment and I'll take a look. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification button, and I will speak to you lot later.